We're settling into midweek, aren't we? We're going to get this thing. Welcome back. International Women's Day is this Sunday, March 8th. Today, we're celebrating a little early. Our next guest is an award-winning business strategist and entrepreneur who's on a mission to end poverty for women business owners. She's here to tell us how. We welcome Rachel Cook back to Virginia this morning. It's great to see you.
Thanks so much for having me.
This is a really important day and a nice day to put on our radar because it brings some things into sharp focus, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Women have been on this amazing journey to succeed not only in life, but in their careers and in their business. And it takes a lot of work for us all to rise together.
There's a lot of juggling going on in most everybody's daily situation, not just for women, but for men and your partners and all around. But women do a pretty awesome juggling act most of the time. But sometimes we need a little help.
We absolutely need help. Right now, women make up more than 40% of the breadwinners in our families. And that is a huge shift for a lot of us. But often, despite being the breadwinners, working so hard to achieve in our career and our businesses, we come home and have even more work waiting for us. So right now, there's just a lot of work for us to be equal, not only in our career, in our workplaces, but equal at home and make sure that we truly have support in all areas of life.
That shift in the workplace is something that we're all sort of adapting to. I think women are kind of waking up and realizing, oh, this is happening, and all of us are sort of adjusting to this realization that it's been going on for a little while, right? The shift has been coming.
It has been coming. I mean, our mothers, our grandmothers are so amazed. I know mine are at where we are today and the opportunities available to us, but we still have a long way to go. I mean, there's a lot of work for us to get to the place where equal pay is a reality and where women aren't fighting so hard to get equal pay, equal recognition for the same type of work.
You know, we say that phrase often about it takes a village, and a big part of the village is your community, and you want to be successful in your community. Is there a way that you're recommending or suggesting or raising the awareness on how you can excel in your community?
Absolutely. There's actually research out right now that says women do not network the same way that men do. And this is one of the reasons why we might not be succeeding in our career as much as we'd like to. So one of the biggest things you can do is look at who your inner circle is. Who are you surrounding yourself with? And for me, a big part of it, living here in Richmond, is going out there and connecting with different organizations and different groups who are really passionate about bringing together just brilliant, smart, amazing women. So I absolutely love this event coming up called RebelCon. It's here in Richmond, Virginia. It's one of my favorite events. It's coming up April 16th through 18th. And if you're a woman who's looking to surround yourself with just amazing, smart, ambitious women, whether you work for yourself or you're working for someone else and you want to lead your career in a new direction, that's an incredible organization to get involved with.
Shannon Siriano Greenwood started this a few years ago,
yes,
and it has just been off to the races. And it's a fantastic event and offers so much. I think a big part of that is that networking and connecting yourself and taking a minute to say, this is important. This is part of my strategy. I need to take a time to invest in myself.
Absolutely. And it can be hard, especially as a woman, as a mom, as somebody who's working. It can be hard to say, I need to take time this week to go to this event or to show up for this networking group. But I promise when you make the time, you build those relationships. When you build those relationships, you start to get introductions, you start to make those connections, and you get those people in your corner to truly cheer you on as you're growing your career.
It's one thing to say, yeah, that sounds good. I'd like to do that, right? I feel like the switch went off for me only a few years ago where I started doing that. And it may feel awkward to take that first lunch where you don't know why you're getting together. But the point is to get together, right? To make this happen and have that conversation, start to see what's next.
It absolutely feels awkward. It's almost like that first day of school feeling where you don't know anybody and you don't want to sit alone in the cafeteria. But the only way to build those relationships is just the consistently putting yourself out there, even when it feels awkward. And there are so many great groups like Rebel here in Richmond, The Broad here in Richmond, a co-working space for women, where I promise if you just show up and take the time to introduce yourself, get to know other people, you will find those women to be in your inner circle.
Yeah. Thanks so much for being back with us.
Thanks so much for having me.
I could talk with Rachel all morning long, and it is important to build that network. I saw you say to Janie that you followed hers, and she's going to follow you, so it's all about building that network.
Absolutely.
We appreciate Rachel being with us today. She's also a mentor and speaker for for Rebel Con. Their signature event is coming up April 16th through April 18th. And for all the information, we'll have a direct link on our site, WTVR.com/VTM later today. Bill, we